NASCAR was started by moonshiners plus more. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Know-How, and today we're going to look at the history of one of America's most favorite and the world's most well-known car sporting events, NASCAR. Introduction. The National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing is an American auto racing sanctioning and operating company that is best known for stock car racing. The privately owned company was founded by Bill France Sr. in 1948. Each year, NASCAR sanctions over 1,500 races at over 100 tracks in 48 US states, as well as in Canada, Mexico, and Europe. But did you know that this celebrated sport had a very non-celebrated origin? It was started by bootleggers. Origins. Stock car racing in the United States has its origins in bootlegging during Prohibition, when drivers ran bootleg whiskey made primarily in the Appalachian region of the United States. If you want a separate video going into the history of the Prohibition era, do let me know in the comments. Bootleggers need to distribute their illicit products, and they typically used small, fast vehicles to better evade the police. Many of the direct drivers would modify their cars for speed and handling, as well as increased cargo capacity. There were even hidden compartments under the seats to store more moonshine, which is what they called bootleg alcohol. Afterwards, the repeal of the prohibition in 1933 dried up some of their business, but by then Southerners had developed a taste for moonshine, and a number of the drivers continued to run and shine, this time evading the revenuers who were attempting to tax their operations. The cars continued to improve, and by the late 1940s, races featuring these cars were being run for pride and profit. These races were popular entertainment in the rural southern United States, and they are most closely associated with the Wilkes County region of North Carolina. Most races in those days were of modified cars. Street vehicles were lightened and reinforced. Founding. On March 8, 1936, a collection of drivers gathered at Daytona Beach, Florida. The drivers brought coupes, hardtops, convertibles, and sports cars to compete in an event to determine the fastest cars and best drivers. By 1947, Bill France saw the potential for a unified series of racing competitors. France approached the American Automobile Association, or AAA, in hopes for obtaining financial backing for the venture. When the AAA declined support of the venture, France proceeded to announce a set of rules and awards for the NCSCC, which is what it was earlier called. France declared that the winner of the 1947 NCSCC season would receive $1,000 and a trophy. $1,000 for 1947 was an extremely high amount. At the end of the 1947 season, Bill France announced that there would be a series of meetings held in the Streamline Hotel in Florida, which still exists, beginning on December 14, 1947. The meeting was the first of 4 seminars in which France would outline his vision of an organized group of race drivers. Thus, the first NASCAR race ever was held at Charlotte Speedway. Driver safety. Although NASCAR frequently publicizes the safety measures it mandates for drivers, these features have historically only been adopted long after they were initially developed and only in response to an injury or fatality. The impact-absorbing safer barrier that is now in use had been proposed by legendary mechanic Smokey Yunick during the 1970s, but his idea had been dismissed as too expensive and unnecessary. If you want a specific video about Smokey unit, do let me know in the comments. Other examples of available car safety features that were slow to be implemented include the mandating of a throttle kill switch. If you want to see a special video about all kinds of safety features and their origins, do let me know in the comments. This is one video I'd be excited to make. Fire retardant driver suits were required only after the death of Fireball Roberts, who died from the complications of burns suffered in a crash when flames engulfed his car during a Charlotte race. Dale Earnhardt's death prompted NASCAR to require all drivers to use the HANS, or head and neck support device, a device that keeps the driver's neck from going forward in a wreck. In the mid-2000s, NASCAR redesigned the racing vehicle with safety improvements, calling it the car of tomorrow. The car has a higher roof, wider cockpit, and the driver's seat was located more towards the center of the vehicle. This is Dale Earnhardt, and this is his crash. Criticism. Some critics note the significant differences between today's NASCAR vehicles and true stock cars. Another general area of criticism includes questions about fuel consumption, emissions, and pollution. Emissions reminds me of the not so recent, but a few-year-old Volkswagen Dieselgate emission scam. I might make a video about this. Nice. More recently, NASCAR has been challenged on the types and frequency of caution flags, with some critics suggesting the outcome of races is being manipulated and that the intention is not safety as NASCAR claims, but closer racing. For years, NASCAR had been under criticism for allowing the Confederate flag to be flown during races. The Confederate flag is a reminder of the American Civil War, and if you want a video about it, do let me know in the comments. Others frequently cite the dominance of the France family in NASCAR's business structure, policies, and decision making. So that was the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like, share, and comment on the video, and subscribe for more such content. So my name is Namit, and you've been watching The Know How.